Fulfilled by Amazon, Amazon FBA. It's one of those things that's like super popular right now, but I'm not interested in FBA, and I know quite a few other people aren't either. In this video, we talk about why maybe you shouldn't get into FBA if you're an affiliate marketer. I talk with my friend Rob Atkinson, who is a successful niche site entrepreneur, and I am as well. And actually, we know quite a few people who don't have any interest in selling their own physical products. We go into the pros and cons in this video, so let's get to it right now. Hey, what's up? Doug Cunnington here. I'm sitting with Rob. How's it going today?
Hey, Doug. How you doing?
Doing awesome. Today we're going to talk about why you shouldn't do FBA that's fulfilled by Amazon or drop shipping. Now, all right, here's the deal. It could be a decent option for some people, but Rob and I are going to tell you why we haven't gotten into it. Before we go any further, I'm going to define FBA and drop shipping. So drop shipping, this definition, by the way, is from Shopify, one of the sort of leading drop shipping and e-commerce platforms out there. So drop shipping is a retail fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the products it sells in stock. Instead, when a store sells a product, it purchases the item from a third party and the third party ships it directly to the customer. And as a result, the merchant never sees or handles the product. The biggest difference between drop shipping and the standard retail model is that the selling merchant doesn't stock or own inventory. Instead, the merchant purchases it from the third party, usually a wholesale or manufacturer, and then it fulfills the order. So they end up not having to invest so much capital into the products. Now, FBA is sort of like a particular flavor of drop shipping where you actually, you do buy the products, but then you ship it to Amazon to do the fulfillment. Fulfilled by Amazon. FBA is, we'll refer to it here, and that's what you'll see across the web. That's sort of the idea. And in general, one of the pros of this sort of model, FBA or drop shipping over affiliate marketing, is a monetary one. So you end up with higher margins because you're getting actual margins from like reselling a product versus getting a commission like an affiliate would. It's an interesting model. It's very popular right now. Drop shipping got a huge mention in the 4-Hour Work Week, which we talk about all the time. And then FBA has been covered over and over again over the last, say, 4 years or so. Now, Rob, some people ask you about like moving from like affiliate marketing and then selling your own products, usually through FBA. So can you kind of like explain the couple steps involved in that and just, what it would look like from a business model perspective?
Yeah. So let's say you started an affiliate website. So you're a content site reviewing, I'm just going to make up ballpoint pen. So you've got all these ballpoint pens, you're getting traffic to your blog. And the way you're monetizing right now is you're sending people to places like Amazon for a 5 or 6% commission. You never touch the product or anything, but that's how you make your money. So you're getting all this traffic and people tell you, okay, well now that's where you would like go source it from like China or something. You have it shipped to the US, stored in Amazon's inventory, and then it would be like a branded pen with your name on it. And then people would come to your affiliate site, and instead of just directly selling other people's product, now you have something to promote that's your own. And with that, being more in control and not just being affiliate in that chain, you would get a higher cut of the profits.
Cool. So, and yeah, like that is the big question, right? So you can get a higher margin. So why would people like you and I, who primarily focus on affiliate marketing, why don't we start sourcing our own products and get higher margins? So it seems like a no-brainer. We have sites, we have traffic on those sites. We know what the people are searching for and we know what's selling. So Rob, you don't do any FBA at this point in time, right?
I have not, and I've seriously considered it. So I've had sites with quite a lot of traffic that had products that would be seemingly perfect to do exactly what you say. And at the end of the day, I think it comes down to like where you spend your time, where you're kind of an all-star, where you have leverage in your business. And for me, doubling down on creating more sites or increasing my rankings to improve my affiliate sales and drive up that lever for me was like so much easier to push to increase than to take time out, not do that, learn how to do, FBA, source the product. I have to learn all this other stuff. It's more capital intensive. There's possibly some form of customer support. So it's just learning all these new things versus doubling down on something you already know how to scale.
And you basically took, most of my answers too. I mean, the fact is, it's a completely different skill set, right? So
there you go.
I have friends that have gotten into FBA. So a couple of the pitfalls that they had. So because so many people got involved in FBA, because the barrier to entry was on the low end, right? You have to have capital up front, but once you have like a small amount of capital to start with, say $1,500, something like that, you can, start listing products. And what happened was a lot of people got into it, and the people ended up competing with like bigger companies that could sort of undercut the prices, right? So then you're stuck with inventory, you're not selling much because your prices are too high, because you have a bigger competitor who literally can like charge less and still make money and then price you out of business, essentially. So that was one big aspect. The other big issue that I observed with some of my friends was the supply chain. So let's say they figured it out, they have a premium product, price isn't the main competitive aspect. So the issue there is like sourcing the product, again, usually from China, not always, but when you're sourcing from China, it's cheaper. So you make higher margins. The problem is managing the supply chain, because if you, say you get air shipping, it's way more expensive than if you get the ship, with a freight liner, like going across the ocean. That takes a while. So what would happen is these, FBA businesses would run out of stock, and it would take them like a month or two to replenish the stock, because you're just managing the supply chain and inventory. It's work to do. So, Rob, do you know any friends that had, FBA businesses where they were running into trouble like that?
Yeah, definitely can relate to. They were just focused on the FBA portion. They were trying to get traffic from actually doing Amazon searches. But yes, they ran into the same thing. They started getting some sales, and then they needed inventory, and they were behind, and all sorts of just new problems that I don't think the affiliate SEO model has. And you get paid less. Like, we get paid less as affiliates, but I like it better.
Yeah, me too. And the other part is like the passive portion of it. So yes, for FBA, you could hire a business manager to take care of the supply chain stuff, but generally you have to understand the operating procedures yourself before you can hire someone and train them to do it. Not always, sometimes you could find a business manager to do that sort of stuff, an operations manager, but it's not necessarily easy to do. So you'd want to hire someone who is competent, and in that way you either have to train them well and or pay a lot of money for them. With the affiliate model, typically it takes a little while, it takes a lot of work to get a site ranking, earning, but once it's there, usually it's fairly like secure. So it takes longer to get there, but once you're up there, it's harder for other people to displace you as well. So just in general, like, it sounds like you and I are just not interested in the business model too much. So
yeah.
I want to tie it back to our 1,000-day principle conversation. I'll link up. If you haven't seen that discussion, it's super interesting. But part of the 1,000 days, I think, is like learning the skills and the craft and learning the pitfalls and stuff. And I think like if we were to switch, Rob, if we were to look at, drop shipping or FBA to integrate into our affiliate model, we would have to start over at, day zero and learn from scratch. So like, do you agree with that?
100%. Yeah. So maybe we gain a couple 100 days because we know some internet marketing and stuff like that. But essentially you have to start from zero. And that was kind of what I was getting at that first point, is I'd just rather just ramp up where I am with my SEO business. So I kind of made I have some notes here about this model I made up. So it relates perfectly to the 1,000 days. If you're better than 95% of people, say, in affiliate marketing, you can probably expect to make comfortable money, right? So at that point, maybe you decide I want to go FBA, but you have to start again and then go up to 95%. If you go from 95% master of SEO to 99, then you're going to make great money. If you go from 99 to 99.9, that's where things get really, really crazy. And if money is your driver and that kind of thing, that's great. Go for it. If you want to do FBA and it interests you, now we're having a whole different discussion.
That was a great point, by the way. Really well said. And the same thing happens with different skills, right? Like if you could stack the affiliate SEO model with FBA and you enjoy both, that's a great set of skills to be 95% proficient in. Like me, project management and some consulting background. And now I have affiliate SEO. Really interesting combination, very rare. And it brings me new opportunities I never would have thought of. But, I probably wouldn't have, I have 10 years project management experience. Just to get the certification, you have to have multi-thousand number of hours to even qualify for it. So like to put it all together, like I literally had to start SEO at zero. I knew nothing, but I put in the 1,000 days or whatever. If you have the time, you could be doing something interesting. But I think the way you mentioned it, Rob, just you have skills in this area and you're going to refine those skills. You're interested in it. You're already good at it. And why not like double down on the areas where you can like really excel?
Right. And maybe, I'm not saying this is the right thing, but you find a partner who is the 99.9% of FBA, combine them with your affiliate, that could explode. Now, partnerships are a whole different thing, but specialization coming together, huge.
Yes. Good point. Good point. Okay. So I think for me at this point, I'm still not interested in FBA. It sounds like a very crowded area. How about you, Rob? Still not interested?
No, not yet. I'll just keep doing my SEO thing. It's boring, but it works.
Yeah. Like you get creative when there's boring stuff happening. So, all right, cool. We want to know what you think about FBA. Let us know in the comments if you've combined like an affiliate model with FBA and how it turned out. Additionally, like if you're just focusing on FBA, interested to hear about that. I think, obviously it's a viable business model and people are doing great at it. Just curious, like if you're just getting started, like where are you at with your FBA business? And let us know. Love to hear about it. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It's so wide. This is such a big angle. It makes my head look big or my body look small. I'm not sure, but if it's your first time on the channel, check out some of the other videos. I talk primarily about Amazon affiliate marketing and some project management. I throw in some productivity too. So if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Thanks.